ExpressVPN coupon codes. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today, ExpressVPN has another treat for us. We have a mini review. I want to talk to you about two key features that I really like about ExpressVPN and why I think they're a step above a lot of other VPN services out there. But before we begin, the treat that they have in store for us is this very special deal that they're offering today, wherein you'll get 12 months plus 3 extra months for free. And all you got to do to get this is to click the link on the video description box below. That's right, just click the link on the video description box below, and you'll be eligible for this. I think this particular naming scheme, Black Friday and Cyber Monday offer, should be expired by the time I upload this video. But we'll make sure here in the channel that some sort of a discount will be on that link. So just click if you want a special discount. Now, what exactly is this discount? As you can see, it's a Black Friday deal, 12 months plus 3 months for free. I reckon the next promotion should be around the same price, so don't you worry, even if this specific deal has passed. So that's $6.67 per month for a total of 15 months. And when it comes to ExpressVPN, well, that's not exactly on the low end of VPN prices. That's actually a pretty decent deal considering the type of product that you're going to be getting. I mean, normally it's $12.95 a month, but again, using that link on the description box below, you can get it at just $6.67. You have a bunch of payment options when it comes to ExpressVPN as well. So, you can pay with a credit card, you can pay with PayPal, you have cryptocurrency options here, and you even have other payment partners, just depending, of course, on where you're located. Now, what are the things that I like about ExpressVPN? Well, let's start first things first with the number of server locations that they have. And Express really takes the cake on this one. I think the only other service, I'm sure there's like two or three other services out there, but off of the popular services out there, I think Surfshark has about 100, 102 server countries, somewhere in there. But ExpressVPN has VPN servers in 94 countries. And the thing about them is, and I'll put them just slightly above Surfshark when it comes to this, is because all these countries, I've tried connecting to all these countries and they all work seamlessly. Okay. And that's why there's a bit of a premium when it comes to Express. I think, just the way that their apps work and all their servers work is just unmatched. Now, the other good thing about Express is they will let you know. You can go on this website here. It's expressvpn.com/vpn-server. And on this website, you'll be able to check all the supported protocols of every country. As you can see here, pretty much almost everything is supported. For the Americas, we have, of course, Lightweight UDP, Lightweight TCP, OpenVPN UDP, OpenVPN TCP, and IKEv2. Down here in Europe, everything's also supported. I'm trying to check for exceptions here. This is 94 countries, guys. All in all, Europe, I'm not exactly sure how many countries specifically. And then, of course, we have Asia Pacific. That's where I'm at. I'm actually here in the Philippines. It's one of the few services, honestly, that has some reliable servers here in the Philippines. And, of course, Middle East and Africa. I'm sure all the VPN services are kind of working to make sure that we get something going on down there. But hey, there's 5 locations, and I think that's pretty much good enough. It's more in the southern middle parts of the country, and maybe if you're not in South Africa, but you're south of Africa in general, that might be a bit difficult. But Northern Africa is pretty much covered. You have these countries here, and of course, we have Kenya, South Africa there to take care of the middle and more southern parts. They also boast 10 gigabytes per second servers. And this is across all of these servers right here. They're constantly improving their network to deliver the best VPN experience possible. And so they're upgrading from what used to be 1 gig per second to 10 gigabyte per second servers for faster speeds and more reliable connections around the world. You see over 70% of their global bandwidth already runs on these faster servers, with many more on the way. So this 10 gigs here is not yet implemented in all their locations, but most of it is covered. So if you're part of the Western world, and I'm sure Asia Pacific, you should be fine. Europe, I'm sure some locations might not be too good. but I think everything works, guys. I mean, I tried even 1 gigs, 1 gigabyte per second is fine. It's not going to be something as terrible as you might think. Now, all these countries, of course, let me show you the app here real quick. I mean, there's plenty of reviews, many reviews out there that kind of don't show you the app. Let's be a bit different here. As you can see, there's a recommended list, so you can just go through here if you want to just select the recommended list for you. You have also your favorites, and you can easily set your favorites by hitting on the star button right here. Just add and subtract it. You can take out, let's say, Phoenix there, and it's just gone right away. But with all servers, and this is the other thing that's good about Express, they're arranging it by continent, and this is really, to me, the fact that they have 94 countries to choose from that you can connect to, right? Plus the fact that they arranged it in such a way that it's by continent. I think that's very useful, especially for travelers. This is really good. If you're the type of person, that you see yourself maybe traveling this next year. I know the pandemic hasn't exactly been the nicest thing for a lot of travelers out there, but if you're thinking about traveling anytime soon, maybe if you're from the West, if you're thinking about going to Asia, or if you're from Asia, you're thinking about going to America, Europe, or wherever, right? The Middle East, they have you covered. You see, that's the thing with VPN services. No matter how advanced technology gets, as long as the internet that we use is still those bunch of cables under the oceans, right? Between connecting all these continents, then location still matters the most. Okay, because you have to be, in order to get the best speeds possible. I mean, not to say, I mean, like me, for example, I sometimes connect to San Francisco, right? I mean, that's why it's not sometimes. I think maybe 10%, 20% of the time I use the San Francisco server. And it's not to say that's slow. I mean, I use that to unlock certain, geo restricted TV shows or content, right? And it's still good. It's still fast. But of course, for some people out there where they want it as close to their native connection as fast as possible, you'd need somewhere close or nearby to achieve that. Like for me, for example, if I want to be extra fast, I just need, but I need to be protected. I just use the Hong Kong or Singapore servers, and that should be all good for a lot of people. So the number of countries that they're present in, or they have servers on, is just really good, because this gives you freedom of choice. You're not bound to just connect to just a few servers like some other VPN services. And this is, I think, a strength that both ExpressVPN and Surfshark has over someone like, for example, Nord. I think Nord is like about 50 plus, 60 plus countries right now. But Express, for me, kind of covers all their bases. They have a ton of servers, and I've tested all these countries, guys. And I'm here in the Philippines, and I'm telling you, all these servers work just fine. So implementation is really good as well. And again, all these countries to choose from. It's very easy to find. It's just here. It's arranged nicely as well. And to top that all off, guys, to top that all off, they also have, this is how flexible ExpressVPN is. You can actually download it. I'm on the latest version already, and that's how I got to this page. You can actually download it pretty much on all these platforms. So they have an app for each and every one of these. So whether you're going to be using a Windows PC, a Mac, or you're an iOS, those are your iPhones, your iPads. I don't know if people still use iPods these days, but it's there. We have Androids, the Google Chrome for Chromebooks, Mozilla Firefox, Edge, a router. This is something really good. I'm gonna get back to this, but if you have Linux, that works too. Fire TV and Kindle Fire, Apple TV, Android TV, the Xbox, PlayStation, smart home devices. I think there's getting to be more and more of these things in the market, and I'm sure within the next 5 years, this will be pretty much commonplace all over the world. We have media streamers, and of course, we have manual configurations. Now, going back to the router, so I think this is the more, I mean, this is the sort of the best part of this thing here. ExpressVPN for routers, it's very good, because ExpressVPN does limit the number of devices you can connect it to up to 5 simultaneously. But imagine this, if you put it on your router, this means that anyone connecting to that router will get the VPN protection that's needed, right? So this means that with just one connection used out of the five slots you have, you're already going to be able to protect all the devices running around your house. So this goes through for a lot of families out there, right? Who would have maybe, at home, just sitting at home working on their laptops, on their mobile phones, on their tablets and such, their Kindles, their smart TVs, smart and other smart home devices. Having that on your router just gives you peace of mind, because guys, there's data breaches that happen every day, and you certainly wouldn't want, someone innocent in your family, like maybe an older member of your family, just not having that protection just because you wanted to spread it around your own house. To one connect wherein one slot for every member of your family. Let's say, for example, you're married, your wife, your two kids, and then what, the TV, right? You don't have to do all these gymnastics just to get other people in your family protected as well. Just put it on your router, and then maybe give out two or three slots to some other members of your family. I'd recommend maybe for older people in your family, especially because they typically become the victim of these online scams, phishing scams, and having that VPN protection would certainly help them out a lot. So again, a very flexible product, not just in terms of the number of servers they're located, but the number of devices you can connect to, the types of devices, and the number of devices is all good with ExpressVPN. And really, ExpressVPN is just the VPN that works. That's their main tagline, and that's 100% true. And again, let's not forget, of course, the start of the show right here, and that's not necessarily the features, but the price that ExpressVPN is giving out today is just so good. We're looking again at just $6.67 for a total of 15 months, guys. Okay, that's 15 months where you get one of the best VPN services, arguably for me, top one or two. I'm not going to say who's the other one since this is not their video. But yeah, $6.67 a month, 15 months. I'd say if you want a VPN for this upcoming year, 2023, definitely give ExpressVPN a shot. So that's pretty much it for today's video, you guys. I do thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.